All right, let's get practicing in QuickBooks Online. Grab the link below so that you can follow along. All right, here we are in the QBO gym, and the QBO gym is a set of exercises that help simulate real life scenarios that you may encounter as a bookkeeper. And every single month, we have it broken down into 4 different categories, and within each category is a set of exercises for you to complete. So today, we are going to finish up the June strength training section. Just a quick reminder that at the very top here is your video about what's going on in Craig's world. He is our fictitious business owner. And then further down is a quiz that relates to that video. And we are going to scroll down to the exercises, or through the exercises here to the very last one, which is practice paying bills and making a deposit. All right, we are going to be working in the same session of the sample company that we have been using for all of the exercises prior in this section. If you have not completed those, you need to do those first because all of the exercises in this section continue to build on each other. So you need to be doing those first and then being in that same session of the sample company that we are about to do now. Okay, so here is our scenario. The last few things Craig has for you this month are paying bills. One from Mahoney Mugs for his inventory and one for his MasterCard, and then also making a deposit. That deposit was his tax refund check from the IRS. When he went to the bank, most went into his business account, but he kept some cash as a treat for himself. Again, make sure that you are doing all of the exercises in this section in the same sample company session. So we are going to start with the money coming in, which is Craig's tax refund check. It's important to note here that income taxes are paid by Craig, not Craig's business. So the refund is Craig's, not his business's. For this reason, he should have deposited the money into his personal account and then transferred any money he wanted to contribute to the business. But since that's not the way that he did it, we are just going to record it the way it actually happened. So step 1 is you're going to click on the plus new button and select bank deposit. Here I am in the sample company. This is where I left off from the previous exercise. That's why it looks this way. So we're going to click on the plus new button under other, click on bank deposit. And then we're going to fill out the form. So we want to confirm that the account selected is checking, which is right here. And then we're going to add a line on the add funds section of the form in the received from field. We're going to type in IRS and then add this as a new customer and save it. So scroll down here to the add funds to this deposit, click into here, and we are just going to click on the add new. And for the customer, we're going to put IRS, click save. And then we are going to complete the rest of the form. One really important note here before we fill out the form, the personal money that Craig deposited into his bank account is considered an owner's contribution, which in QBO is an equity account. But because there is no such account in this sample company, we have chosen to save the time and just used a retained earnings account, which is also an equity account. In a real life scenario, though, you would want to take the time to create the correct account for reporting purposes. So owner's contribution is just exactly what it sounds like. It is his personal money that he is contributing to the business. And to set up that equity account, you know how to set up accounts. You just go to the chart of accounts, click on the new button, and then go ahead and fill out the form. Again, it's owner's contribution and it is an equity account. But for the purposes of the exercise, let's continue on and fill out the rest of the form. So still on that first line of the add funds to this deposit section, under the account, we are going to select retained earnings. In the description, it's owner's tax refund check. The payment method is a check and the total is $27.80. So that's a lot. So let's just go one by one here. The account we said was retained earnings. Okay, the description we said was, where am I? Owner's tax refund check. So go ahead and type that in here. Owner's tax refund check. We said the payment method is, of course, a check. And then the amount is this $27.80. Okay, tab over. And now we are going to, in the second line, put Craig. So we have to create an account for him. Go ahead in the second line of that same section, you're going to type Craig and then add him as new. So click in here, the plus add new button, and we are just going to put Craig. Click on the green save button, and he is now there. Again, we are going to use retained earnings in the description field. Type cash out to owner. The payment method is cash, and then the amount is -300. And again, this last negative line, it records the fact that part of the value of the check didn't stay in Craig's bank account, resulting in the total deposit, which is smaller than the check value. So he kept that $300. So let's go ahead and fill this out, retained earnings. Go ahead and type that in so it populates for you. And then the description is cash out to owner. Oops, owner, there we go. And we said that the payment method was cash. And then this -300. If you just type in 300, it's going to add it. But if you type -300, it's going to calculate it to the correct amount here. And then you are just going to go ahead and click on the button, the arrow button for saving and closing. So the green button here on the arrow, go ahead and just save and close. And your bank deposit has been saved. Now we are going to go ahead and pay the credit card. Craig sees in his online portal that the current balance of the MasterCard is $214.97. He tells you that he has paid the full balance, even though you haven't gotten a statement yet to reconcile. So let's see how to do this. On step one, you're going to do the plus new button and pay down credit card. One note here that paying down a credit card is a simple matter of just transferring money from one account to another. In QBO, they provide a pay down credit card tool that can be utilized for this. In this exercise, we're going to use that tool, but in a real life scenario, you can use the transfer track transaction to accomplish the exact same thing. So plus new and pay down credit card. So plus new, under other, go ahead and click on the pay down credit card. And then we're going to fill it out. So which credit card did you pay is the MasterCard. So type in MasterCard and that'll populate for you. You can leave the payee, this optional one, you can just leave that blank. How much did you pay? It was that $214.97. $214.97. Tab over. And then what did you use to make this payment? Just go ahead and select checking. You want to type it in so it shows up. And then you can go ahead and just save and close, which is the green button down here. And you have recorded that payment. All right, last thing is that we are going to pay a bill from Mahoney Mugs. So he used an ACH payment from his checking account to pay Mahoney for the inventory he purchased earlier in the month. So let's see how to report that. You're going to click on the plus new button and then pay bills. So plus new, under vendors, go ahead and click on pay bills. Oops. There we go. And then under the payment amount, you're going to select checking. So go ahead and do that. The starting check number, you're going to delete this number because remember, he paid via ACH, so there's no check number that's going to be associated with this payment. So just go ahead and highlight that, delete. And then you're going to check the box next to the bill from Mahoney Mugs. Note that the full amount is entered for the payment, but if you're not paying that full amount, you have to change the number. So click on this checkbox and it automatically populates what the payment is, but let's say you're only going to pay 600, you have to change this to 600. But we're just going to leave it as is for this exercise. And then you're just going to click on the arrow next to the Schedule Payments Online button and select Save and Close. So green button down here, go ahead and save and close. And that bill has been marked as paid. If you have any questions about the QBO gym, just click in the link below in the description and be sure to check out our next video, which is from the June cardio section. It focuses on periodic inventory. And I will see you in the next video.